There was once a young woman named Emma who had many people in her life. She had classmates, she had neighbors, she had people she could text. She even had people who smiled whenever they saw her. Yet every night, when the world became quiet, she felt completely alone. It wasn't because nobody cared about her, it was because the one person she spent every second with was someone she didn't know how to love. She was her own worst critic. Whenever she made a mistake, a voice inside her whispered, "You're not good enough." Whenever she failed, "See, you'll never succeed." Whenever she looked in the mirror, she noticed every flaw before she noticed anything beautiful. If a stranger had spoken to Emma the way she spoke to herself, she would have walked away. But because the voice belonged to her own mind, she believed every word. One rainy afternoon, Emma visited a small bookstore to escape the weather. As she wandered through the shelves, she noticed an old man reading quietly by the window. He smiled and asked, "Can I ask you one question?" Emma nodded politely. He said, "If your best friend talked to herself the way you talk to yourself, what would you tell her?" Emma answered without thinking, "I'd tell her to stop being so hard on herself. I'd remind her she's trying her best." The old man smiled. "Then why don't you deserve the same kindness?" Emma froze. No one had ever asked her that before. That night, she couldn't stop thinking about his words. She opened her journal and wrote one sentence. "Why am I the only person I refuse to be kind to?" It was the first honest conversation she had ever had with herself. The next morning, nothing magical happened. Her problems didn't disappear. She wasn't suddenly confident, but she made one small decision. She would stop being her own enemy. Instead, she would try becoming her own friend. At first, it felt strange. When she made a mistake, she wanted to insult herself. Instead, she paused. She imagined her best friend standing beside her. Would she call her stupid? Never. So she said, "It's okay. You'll learn." Those 4 words felt unfamiliar, but peaceful. Days turned into weeks. Whenever Emma felt overwhelmed, instead of ignoring her feelings, she listened to them. When she felt tired, she rested instead of feeling guilty. When something hurt her, she admitted it instead of pretending she was fine. Slowly, the voice inside her began to change. It no longer sounded like a cruel judge. It started sounding like a loyal friend. One evening, Emma walked into the same park where she used to sit alone. Months earlier, she had watched people laughing and wondered why happiness seemed to belong to everyone except her. This time, she wasn't looking at everyone else. She was watching the sunset, feeling the breeze, listening to the birds. For the first time in years, she enjoyed her own company. She smiled, not because life had become perfect, but because she had stopped fighting herself. A few weeks later, one of her friends asked, "You seem different. What's your secret?" Emma thought for a moment before answering. She said, "I stopped waiting for someone else to save me. I became the person I needed most." From that day on, Emma still had difficult days. She still made mistakes. She still cried sometimes, but there was one important difference. She was never alone anymore, because wherever she went, she carried a true friend with her, herself. The lesson. The longest relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. If you constantly criticize yourself, you'll carry an enemy everywhere you go. But if you learn to encourage yourself, forgive yourself, believe in yourself, and care for yourself, you'll never truly be alone. So today, ask yourself one simple question. Am I treating myself the way I would treat my best friend? If the answer is no, today is a beautiful day to begin, because sometimes the best friend you've been searching for has been waiting inside you all along.